Hey guys, what's going on? Carter here. Got another video for you. This is on a really cool knife that a friend of mine, Eric, on Instagram lent me for a few days. I think I got it last week. Today is Sunday, Father's Day, and I got to check it out and carry it for a day and use it on some boxes. Not breaking down boxes, just opening a few boxes. So thanks to him for letting me check this out. That was really cool of him. It's one of the benefits of kind of having a YouTube channel is occasionally, not very often, but occasionally people are willing to send you stuff to check out. And this is one of those occasions. Now, I've never actually handled a Doc Schiffer knife before. He's always been on my list of kind of knife makers to check out. I just never actually picked one up. And I'm glad I was able to do that with this knife right here. This is a mid-size flipper, as you can tell. Beautiful Damascus blade. Let's get some specifications on this right now. Has a 3.5-inch blade, I believe. This is called the Marksman. Yep, about 3.5-inch blade, 8 1/4 overall. So nice medium-sized flipper. The weight on this is about 4.6 ounces. So that is very, very light for a titanium frame lock flipper. Nice thick blade stock too. And we'll talk a little bit more about the weight on that. Oh, by the way, I've got Batman, armored Batman right here. Let's see what he weighs. He's pretty heavy. 8 ounces, so still less than the Cold Steel 4MAX. And he's made out of steel. He's got like a steel head. Pretty heavy dude. Very cool. Picked him up at Walmart a while back. Anyways, video's not about him. It's about this Doc Schiffer Marksman. Another cool thing about this is you can see that it has been carried and used. You can see some marks on there, so big props to Eric for actually carrying and using this. Very cool of him. Damascus blade, very thick stock, like I said before. It feels like it's got maybe a very shallow hollow grind on it, but thick blade, especially for the handle weight. But the balance point is right at the finger choil right there. So very well done. It feels almost like it's blade heavy because when you flip it, you feel that thick stock kind of jar your hand. Flips very well too. I believe it has IKBS. I didn't see the logo though, so I'm not 100% sure. But when I looked up this knife, all the examples with regular blades that I saw had IKBS. This one doesn't have it, but it feels like it does because it is super smooth. Closes really well. D10 on it's great. Obviously, it flips super nice. Good lockup. He does use a radius lock face right there. If we can focus. Radius lock face. And this one does have a tiny bit of slip on it. Tiny bit of slip because it's starting to nest into that lock face. But as I've mentioned before, that is purely a, I don't want to say cosmetic. It's not cosmetic, but it's an arbitrary type thing because with the radius lock face, it's secure. In fact, in my opinion, it's actually more secure. Even if it's slipping a little like that, it's actually more secure than the straight cut lock face because it has a flat little bench that it's always going to sit on and not fully disengage. Whereas when it's a fully angled deal, you have the potential of it sliding all the way off. If that makes sense. Whereas the radius, it's got kind of a more of a horizontal face right here, and then it quickly curves. And when it starts working into that quick curve is when you'll get it to slip a little bit onto the more flat face. But it's less likely to fully disengage. So it's all a give and take. That's what's cool about knives. A lot of give and take with blade steels and lockup and things like that. Let's get a close-up of the Damascus here. If my camera wants to cooperate. Pretty cool I really like all the you know, the little pattern nuances in there. Nice texture. Schiffer USA right there. This is the Marksman, like I said. It's got a cool kind of spear point going on here, but then really good cutting belly. You know, kind of like almost a, well, it's not a Tonto, but it has a similar type feel to it because of the straight and then the quick upsweep towards the tip, which is nice and thick, by the way. Grinds are really even. Really nice. Nice jimping up at the top. The thing with this, and what aids in its ultra lightweight ability, is it's very thin. Very thin, and it's also fairly narrow. So that's probably the biggest thing for me to get used to this, is how thin the handle is, the titanium slabs. They're thin and they're flat. They are not contoured or anything. They are nice and chamfered. You can see the change in texture. We have a sandblasted anodized flats right there, and then polished anodized on the edges. 3 standoffs. Everything's nice and blasted like you would expect from a custom mid-techy. You know, I don't know. I can't even keep track of the terminology nowadays. What's a mid-tech? Mid-tech seems to be kind of lost in the sea of obscured words where nobody really knows what anything is anymore. Especially with custom makers using so much CNC nowadays. You know, it used to be CNC meant it was not a custom, but now CNC knives are still called custom. So things have changed. I'm not sure what's what anymore. But yeah, really cool. Really like checking this out. It was a lot of fun carrying it. It just kind of melts away into your pocket, even though it has, you know, a 3.5-inch blade, fairly decent sized knife. In fact, large knife. I'd say large medium knife. It carries very well. The, you know, under 5 ounces, the nice slim profile, it just kind of melts away into your pocket. Another great thing is look at the blade to handle ratio. You are getting a ton of blade. You can actually feel the tip just barely. It doesn't poke out. You can feel the tip just barely. That's what she said. If you run your finger right there, but not enough to, I think, ever cause any sort of issue. But that means you get a huge blade inside that handle right there. So that's it, guys. Just a quick look at this Doc Schiffer Marksman, my first Doc Schiffer that I've ever handled. I almost said owned, but I don't own this. It's going back tomorrow, I believe. Really cool, really nice action. Really like the look of it. Simple. You know, there's nothing crazy going on here. No lock bar stabilizer, no steel insert. You know, classic, sleek, lightweight, thin, carryable. You know, done well. Very nice. I hope kind of knives go back to this. You know, it was a lot of fun experimenting with steel inserts and crazy pivot designs and lock bar stabilizers and all that. But you know, the more I think about it, it's really excess. Not necessary. Overcomplicates, overclutters what should be a simple design. Kind of like this one. So that's it, guys. I'm done. I'm out of here. You guys take it easy. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time.